towards O'Toole, gives away a free kick. Carson gets the first one, 1-0 to him. So Paul Carson will take the free kick in the middle. For Werribee Central's kicking to the southern end of the first term. He has the footy and the white boots on. He looks at Pitcher, goes with a right foot kick long towards 50. Gillum up against Ricky O'Toole. Gillum takes the mark.
Too strong there.
55 metres out. Bernardo gives him a lead from full forward. Calvert's back there as well. McNamara's got the job on him. He drives it towards the 10-metre square. Sits up a little bit. Was that a push, Matthew King? Yes, it was.
He paid it.
And Mark Bernardo will take the free kick. 20 metres out from goal. In fact, no, it's Heath Buck.
Heath Buck, the uncle.
Doesn't take you long. Well, the uncle's got it. Heath Buck, 20 metres out, directly in front. A chance to put the Centrals first on the board.
Laurie, an intelligent kick, didn't blaze away, kicked it to the head of the goal square where you need to go.
Now, even the first kick of the day indicated to me that they intend to go up the middle of the ground.
So Heath Buck comes in, directly in front, 20 metres out, and
he
squeezed it in, I think, for a goal. He's got it. So Heath Buck puts the first on the board of the day. And the first for Werribee Centrals, their one straight goal, 6. Corio yet to score. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, and we've been playing a minute and a half.
Yeah, well, I think the first point's just gone to Werribee there. Gillum was able to push Ricky off the ball and get the catch and get into the hot spot there. But they kept the ball in very, very quickly. So, as I said, it depends who dictates the terms of the game, how this game gets played today. And at this point, good start to Werribee.
So back in the middle, umpire to get the game underway again. Ball goes in the air. Tate beaten again by Thwaites very comfortably. Calvert crashing through the middle.
Through it, yeah.
Well, dropped the ball. Advantage paid. No advantage really. So good umpiring there, where the advantage certainly wasn't paid. And it was paid, but it wasn't an advantage. So the free kick will come back to Rick Lazarick. Still in the middle of the ground, nobody in the mark, and away he goes. Runs forward, kicks it long, well inside 50. Big pack of players. Rivet comes out. Gillum picks up the crumb for Werribee Centrals. Away he goes, has a bounce, got nothing to kick to, goes wide, looking, I think, for the boundary. It's not going to find it as Tates gets back there for Corio, picks it up on the run, kicks it along the flank. Clifford can't take the mark, comes to ground. Handball comes to back, looking for Clifford, but it's a turnover. Picked up by Gillum for Werribee Centrals to half forward. Ball over the head of Buck, comes finally back to Rickett. In the middle of the ground, has a bounce, did this last week, runs straight, kicks it down the ground, and Lazarick takes the mark low down, not paid. Handball came out to Potter, another handball to Ricky O'Toole, handball to Barry O'Toole, 30 metres out, directly in front, and only going to look at Barry O'Toole, it's a goal, there's no doubt in the wide world, so evens the ball game up. 1 goal to Corio, 1 goal to Werribee Centrals, Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 3 minutes gone.
Well, look like in for a good day, I think. It's going to be a pretty tight contest there. Already at this point of time, Chris Gillum's had 3 kicks.
Helps you when your 17-year-old centre-half back can run through the middle.
The ball in one hand, too.
The ball in one hand.
Showed him with the one hand.
He certainly doesn't lack any confidence, does he, Steve Rickett?
Well done.
I tell you.
It's a good touch early,
too. A bit last week.
Yeah,
good touch early, too.
Back to the middle, Tate and Thwaites, umpire, throws the ball in the air. And Tate gets up, gets it down to Lazarick, rise to ride the bump, loses the football in the tackle, through the middle, Thwaites, high tackle, said the umpire. Free kick to the big man, for Werribee Centrals in the middle. Well, Thwaites plays on now, short little chip to Gillum, sets him up a little bit, Collins did well, attacked the footy, then he lost it though, Gillum rides a bump, does well, handball back to Thwaites who followed it up. Kick from the middle, goes towards centre-half forward, getting back there, Lewis couldn't take the mark, getting in the way there was Montgomery, coming across, should be a push in the back to Corio is. And Ricky Bigham will take the free kick, tells Heath Buck to get off him. All words to that effect. He's inside defensive 50, handballs it away to Ruck. No, he doesn't. No. Ricky Bigham says the umpire says to Ricky Bigham, come back over the mark and have the footy now. He does so. Chips the ball out wide, looking for Matthew King. Out of side, half-back flank. Goes with a short chip pass towards Ricky O'Toole, picks it up on the half volley, left, right, comes back left, thought about left, now goes right, still on half back towards Lindsay, has to stand his ground, takes a good mark in front of Wallace. In between wing and half back, plays on quickly, gives it away by hand to Lewis, Sean running through the middle towards centre half forward, not much to kick to, Chris Gillum Barry O'Toole has come from in front of Gillum and taken the mark out of his hands. He plays on quickly, goes towards the leader, Rivet comes out, takes the mark on the chest, 40 metres out directly in front. And the big man might be in for a big day.
Well, he's presented himself.
Couple of good leads, yep.
Presented himself.
So Chad Rivet will line up for goal, 40 metres out directly in front to put Corio second on the board. Barry O'Toole, great mark.
Oh, excellent, wasn't it?
Plucked it out of Chris Gillum's hands in the middle.
But running back into the pack. Oh.
Rivet comes in, right foot
Goal.
kick, brings
Yep.
it back, and has put it straight through the
Start.
middle. So a good start for the big man, a good start for Corio, their second. And they go to 2 straight goals, 12. Werribee Central's 1 straight goal, 6. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 5.5 minutes played.
I think it's what Laurie said. Both sides are trying to keep the ball in the corridor, and it is the quickest way to score. We've seen them both come straight down the middle of the ground, and that was an excellent team lifting mark from Barry O'Toole, running with the flight of the ball into probably one of the best players on the ground at the moment, and plucked it straight out of his hand as Jason called.
Back in the middle, umpire bench, puts it in the air. Tate and Thwaites, neither get a clear tap away. Ball still in dispute, picked up by Lazarick, handball to Ricky O'Toole. Off a step, long to half forward, big punt kick, lands pretty ordinarily. It's picked up there by Morley for Werribee Centrals. Handball comes back to him as he's run through. Long kick towards half forward, it's down the ground, put down after the kick. And it was a long kick, so it's a big advantage here for Werribee as Heath Buck wide on the centre wing has accepted the free kick advantage paid. Now kicks long towards full forward, well inside 50. One on one, almost a mark should have been taken by Bernardo. Now there's a free kick.
He's going to get...
No, it's a interference to Corio. A handball came out to Matt King.
Oh.
Hooked it round the body. Gee whiz, he's put his opponent, his teammate in Collins under real pressure. Handball to Lindsay quickly. Little chip pass looking for Clifford. Attacking the football is Gillam. Runs to 50 along the boundary line, and mark taken by Foley. Bad angle, he's right out in the boundary line, he's inside 50. Kicks it again to the head of the goal square. Good discipline by the Werribee Central side. Ball tapped forward there. Great tackling there by the Corio defence. Picked up by Lewis. He eludes a tackle. Over to Ricky O'Toole. He's under a bit of pressure. Twist, turns, and kicks looking for the boundary. No, he's got a player loose up there. It's Rickett. Whoops, he had a look, got the eye off the footy, and he's gone for throwing the footy. Great tackle there. And
Heath Buck again.
Brendan Chug.
Chug on this occasion. Fantastic tackle. Had the arms pinned. And Rivet, at least Rickett, will learn a lesson from that one, I suspect, because terrific work. Chug now. The leads come from Bernardo. The kick's offline, and it's Lee Clifford deep in the back half for Corio, taking the mark, goes wide to Lindsay. He drops a mark he should have taken. Now he's under pressure. Eludes one tackle, eludes two, and he's magnificent tackle. Luke Luddick, and well, Warren Foley was heading goalwards, but the advantage wasn't allowed. So fantastic tackle, and I think Werribee are here to play. There's no doubt about that. So Luke Luddick now. There's the lead. Oh, magnificent pass. And the lead came from, well, it was a shortish lead, but Montgomery has probably, last time we saw him, probably had a number of opportunities and didn't capitalise. I think his kicking would be suspect. Laurie, we might need to watch him.
Yes, I don't think it was probably out of Luke's distance a bit, wasn't it? Did you think?
Yeah, outside 50. So Montgomery now, man on the mark, 30 metres out. Gets very close to the man on the mark, but he snuck it in. Ooh. It is a goal.
Yep. Just snuck it in.
That's levelled the ball game once again. 2 goals apiece. Werribee Centrals and Corio Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard. 8.5 minutes gone.
Well, it's an interesting point at this point of time. The stats I've done, I've got 3 kicks in my handball to Ricky O'Toole, and 4 kicks to Chris Gillan. None yet to Festuca, none to Wallace, and none to Carson.
That forward line pressure then too was excellent from Werribee, wasn't it? Just to keep the ball in and turn the ball over.
Back to the middle. Thwaites and Tate go up. They both get a hand to it. Falls towards Ricky O'Toole. Played for a free kick. Didn't get one. So it goes away to Carson. Got a handball to O'Malley running on the wing. Tries to chip the ball inside 50. Luddick. Good play at the front by King. Got it away to Bigham. Under pressure. Got a kick away. It was okay. And they're away. Lazarick at half back. Switches a play to the opposite side centre wing. Clifford and Collins. They can raffle it. Clifford gets it. Gillam bears down. Oh, he gets away. Does well. Keeps his feet. Right foot kick long to Rivet. And also Barry O'Toole. Rivet goes up. Needs somebody at the front. Comes back from the side. Goal. Rivet.
Big fella.
Great play by Chad Rivet. Puts his second on the board. Third for Corio. And the quick reply for the Devils. They're 3 straight goals, 18. They lead Werribee Central's 2 straight goals, 12. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard. 10 minutes played.
Paul, the thing that I'm enjoying with Rivet, and I haven't seen him do this probably the games we've seen through the year, missed the mark but prepared to fight on. Usually if he misses the mark, that's the ball game.
That was excellent work. You know, to go back and get it like we were all expecting. Little players be round his feet. He got the ball punched away and went back and got it and slotted it through. Excellent work.
So it's back in the middle. 3 goals to 2. Corio in the ascendancy as the ball goes up once again. Tate gets the tap clearly on this occasion. Gillam, tackle without the footy, play on, said the umpire. Festuca, left foot kick to half forward. In front of his opponent on that occasion was Heath Buck, takes the mark at 55. Kicks it low, going for Mark Bernardo. Good body work, bit of strength, kept his opponent out of the contest, and I'll need to just be careful, it won't be a 50-metre penalty there, but Mark Bernardo, and that's going to be the concern for the Corio defence, I think. He's big, he's strong.
How good you remember, Eric, at Shell Oval when they met early in the year, he was one of the blokes that kicked 4 goals.
Exactly.
His bulk was too much, they couldn't match up on him.
And they've remembered it, I think, the Werribee boys. They've played him from the square, so the man on the mark 15 metres out. Mark Bernardo moves in. Not a bad, well, the goal umpire's got tangled up with the players going across, but I think he's going to put the 2 fingers up. He has. First goal to Mark Bernardo, and the game is all square once again. 3 goals straight apiece. Werribee Centrals and Corio. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 11 minutes gone.
Yeah, just a movement in the corridor again, wasn't it? Just Festuca quick out of the centre, just keep the ball moving forward. Buck read the ball well off the boot, and just Bernardo strength up forward. I think they'll be looking to isolate him, just one out and get the ball long into him and get the feeders underneath him.
When you get a chance next time, Paul, I'd just like to comment on the 2 ruckmen.
Interesting, Calvert being manned at around about half forward by Matt McNamara.
Back to the middle, Thwaites and Tate both get a hand to it again. Thwaites gets a second tap on, only as far as Ricky O'Toole. Handball back to Rickett, needs to get around a couple, gets a handball away towards Lewis, now towards Ricky O'Toole again, just the back end of the centre square. Left foot kick out wide to Tate, did well, took the mark on centre wing. Clifford gives him a lead. He looks back inboard though, good vision too, finds Cornwall and Lewis. Cornwall takes the mark. Player screaming for it across the other side of the ground, and Collins, he goes from 50 now with the right foot kick, low kick in towards the 10 metre square, but in front Jared Thwaites has the mark and takes it in the 10 metre square, goes towards Gillam and Festuca. Gillam takes the mark in between the back pocket and half back flank, chips the ball towards Chug, takes it true half back flank in front of Cornwall, who stands the mark. So Brendan Chug looks to go further afield towards centre wing, looking for going up Calvert, off hands into the side of the pack. Good play McNamara. They see it over the boundary line, and we'll have a boundary throw in. Centre wing position, western side of the ground. 3 straight goals, 18 apiece. Middle stage of the first term, 13 minutes played. Boundary throw in front. Tate got it down to the side. Cornwall to run onto it. Also getting across there, Gillam. He stands his ground. Then he has to get around Lazarick. He does. Gets a kick away towards Calvert and McNamara. O'Toole running back as well, off hands. And Calvert asking for a hold. We saw it, but I don't think the umpire did. And it will be a boundary throw in.
So you've got to say poor positioning by the umpire. Not only the jumper, he had his arm.
So boundary throw in again. Thwaites works his way to the front. Tate gets it down to Lazarick, taps it on towards Cornwall. Needs to get around a couple, does so. Breaks free, left foot kick towards half forward. Potter from behind, Clifford there, Bernardo. Adrian gets across, close to the boundary line. Handball backwards. And Beck, he handballs it back inboard. Was he out of bounds? Yes, said the umpire. In fact, he's played a free kick, has he? He has, going to Adrian Bernardo. Too high over the shoulder from Lee Clifford. Once he tried to keep the ball in, Adrian Bernardo, so he'll take the free kick in front of the scoreboard at the northern end of the ground at half back. Goes the left foot kick back towards the middle. Gillam, Cornwall from behind, did well, took the mark. Rickett runs off, now he goes towards centre half forward, and a couple go up. Clifford's one of them, takes the mark, under pressure from O'Malley, took it at centre half forward, leads on, he goes long towards Rivet again. The big man will need somebody around him this time possibly, and you know who, Barry O'Toole takes the mark and will shoot for goal from 30 metres out.
Causing a bit of problems up there, but
sure.
Rivet and Lee Clifford's playing well as also, and presenting up there, and did some a little bit of pressure.
So have you learnt, did you listen to us last week, Welshie? Have you learnt when Barry O'Toole goes for goal what to do? Do you know?
No,
just look at Barry. Yeah. Don't look at the goals. Barry will tell you if he's kicked the goal. He comes in. No. He's kicked the goal. Barry O'Toole kicks his second. Corio's fourth. They go to 4 straight goals, 24. They lead Werribee Central's 3 straight goals, 18. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 15 minutes played.
Yeah, just on the ruck work there, Laurie asked me about that. I think Tatey's got his hand to the last 3 or 4 in the centre bounces, and I think the first umpire to throw it up wasn't throwing it up as high, and I think Tatey went and asked the central umpire could he throw it up a bit higher, because Tatey wasn't just getting to the contest, and now the umpire seems to be throwing up a bit higher, and Tatey's getting his hand to the ball first.
Yeah, well, Rowan Traits, he doesn't do too bad in the ruckus. I thought Tutty would probably have the best of him all day, but he's at least competitive.
Yeah. So in the middle, Thwaites got the best of it. Ricky O'Toole picked up the crumb, kicked it wide out to centre wing. Lewis, pushing the back surely. Umpire agrees. Now advantage paid is picked up by Rickett. Away he goes. He's had 2 bounces. Run almost to 50. Kicks it long inside 50 for Corio to full forward.
Chad Rivet.
Oh, Rivet. I think he might have been paid the mark. He just eased his way in front of his opponent on that occasion, and a terrific mark there from Chad Rivet. And Laurie, I think you got some problems at full back.
Yeah, they got it. They might have to put the full forward to full back in a minute.
So the man on the mark, 15 metres out, almost directly in front. Rivet, already 2 goals to his name, moves in. It's a good looking kick. Oh gee, I don't know whether it is. The goal umpire's moved a fair way across, but he's given a goal. So 3 to Rivet. And all of a sudden, Corio have opened up a 2-goal margin. 5 goals, 30. They lead Werribee Central's 3 goals, 18. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 16 minutes gone.
Well, I know it sounds like a broken record, but I'm always on scoreboard pressure. And this is exactly what's the problem at the moment. Rivet's causing the problem. He's had 3 kicks and he's kicked 3 goals. So you've got to, Werribee have got to do something. What do? Do you take Bernardo from full forward to put him on? He's a big boy, you can play on him. You've got to bite the bullet somewhere.
Back to the middle, Tate and Thwaites once again. Umpire throws the ball in the air. Tate gets it down. Gillum had it, lost it. Cornwall in the tackle, wrapped up, not going anywhere. Ball spilled free. Now Thwaites gets wrapped up and he's not going anywhere either. So a secondary bounce in the middle, just forward of the centre circle for Corio. And the umpire will come in and bounce the footy. Umpire bench next to the cricket pitch area. Throws it in the air. Tate gets it down beautifully to Lazarick, rides a bump, handballed it away to Clifford, can meet it and greet it at half forward, kick over his shoulder towards the opposite half forward flank. Manning from behind, punched away, in front. Potter did well, gets around one, hands free, gives it away to Sean Lewis, chips the ball, under pressure.
Kick.
Was Barry O'Toole over the shoulder. Made sure the umpire saw it too, Baz. And will shoot for goal from 50 out.
Well, they certainly saw it too. Umpires blew the whistle and gave the free kick.
Plays on, left foot kick long towards Rivet again. Had to make up a bit of ground. Nobody there at the front, coming at it. Clifford. Bowls him over though. They could be away here where it be. Gillum handballs it away to Festuca at half back. Goes towards centre wing. Lead by Calvert. Great kick, great mark. Good lead. Took the mark in front of McNamara. Could be a costly turnover for Corio. Now Calvert back towards the middle. Sets it up in the... Rickett in front. Did beautifully. Right in front of Heath Buck. Read the play beautifully and took the mark. He's got O'Toole wide. He's got in the middle Cy Gaylard. He takes the mark and plays on quickly. It's a play on at all costs for the Devils. He goes long with a wobbly left foot kick towards Rivet. Tried to work his play behind the ball. Manning's there also. Beck as well. Manning kick off the ground. Has hit the post, has he? Through for one behind. So the first minor score of the afternoon. Shane Manning, 5-1-31 Corio. Werribee Central's 3 straight goals, 18. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 18 minutes played.
Shane Manning's first kick, that's a bit unusual.
Yes, and
they're bypassing him a bit though, aren't they?
Paul Carson hasn't had a kick yet.
One kick, got one
kick.
early. Yep. Now, Roland Beck had the football, but he's given it back to Corey Wallace to kick in for Werribee Centrals. Not a lot of movement around. He's been whistled by the umpire, kicks to himself and runs off. Gee, it's a shocking kick off the inside of the boot straight to Cy Gaylard at centre half forward for Corio. Up the right foot, there's Ricky O'Toole. He's taken the mark on 50, gone to the goal square. It's a little bit wide of the goal square, but straight onto the chest of Chad Rivet. Turns around and has kicked his 4th. So Corio, they're on fire at the moment. 6 goals, 1, 37 Corio. They lead Werribee Central's 3 goals straight, 18. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 19 minutes gone.
They got the tranny. They got the tranny in the box.
He might be going to the ruck, is he? Hang on.
I think they'd be more, I was going to say,
Thwaites will be going to
fullback, I reckon.
So that's the change. Mark Bernardo into the ruck. Looks like Rowan Thwaites to the back line. They've moved Luddick towards full forward himself proper, and we'll see what happens. It's a bit early to be playing a loose man, I suspect, Laurie. But anyway, back to the middle. Tate and Bernardo mark. Goes up. Tate tries to get a second bounce. Collins comes off the wing. He overruns it, though. Werribee might be away. Carson, great pick up at centre half forward. Gets around on the left. Puts it up high. McNamara against Calvert. Calvert leads. Goes up. Good mark.
Terrific.
45 out. Simon Calvert's taken the grab. So the instant change could be an instant reward for Werribee. Calvert's got it.
Plates is coming off now, I think.
Yep.
I think there's just a bit lack of communication there.
Simon Calvert, 45 metres out. 45-degree angle comes in. Right foot kick has sprayed it through for one behind two Werribee Centrals. So they go to 3-1-19 and they trail Corio 6-1-37. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 20 minutes played.
So Matt King to kick in. Well, gee, it's a dangerous kick, but he's got two players out and deep in the pocket. Nevada Cornwall takes the mark on his chest. Goes back inboard. It's a dangerous kick as well, but Ruck takes the mark. Chips it further to centre half back and three kicks, and they're only 40 metres out from goal as Rick Lazarick has taken the mark.
Oh.
Another dangerous kick and taken by Matt McNamara. Now they're going to have to go long because there's not much short for him. Well, he goes relatively short. The lead there from Rickett. Simon Calvert, great body work. Got Rickett out of the contest. Picked up the crumbs by Carson. Goes for Luke Luddick in the forward pocket. He's got two to beat. He's done well. He's bottled the ball in there. But numbers prevail as Ruck for Corio comes clear. Well, there's a...
down the field, I think Luddick was holding him down after they got rid of the footy.
Okay, so it's a relayed free kick to Corio. Just happened that Ricky O'Toole happened to be standing there, and he's not allowed to play on, not behind the mark. So Corio, I think that's the theory, Welshie. They're going to play on at all costs today.
Sure, they're going to keep the ball moving.
Well, they've got Werribee under a bit of pressure at the moment.
Yep.
So on defensive 50, Ricky O'Toole straight across the ground into the middle of the corridor, picked up by Ruck. Decides to handball long to Matt King. He's out on his own. Gee whiz, where are the Werribee forwards? King now has a bounce and kicks long. The lead has come there from Tate, but good work Bernardo. He's manning him up in the ruck now, one-on-one, and Bernardo, the big fist into the footy and out of bounds in front of the social club here. 22 minutes gone, first quarter. What a crackerjack quarter it's been. As the boundary umpire puts the ball back into play. Bernardo in front, gets the ball, the secondary tap, beautiful tap to Heath Buck. The handball came to...
kick to nowhere.
Chug it, well, at least Robinson. No, it was Robinson. And Ricky O'Toole, the halfback, accepts a handball. Oh, great pass to Lewis. Now the ball's at centre half forward for Corio. Lewis now looking for options, decides to go long. The lead out there from Barry O'Toole in front. Great defensive work, Werribee at the front of the pack. Rick Lazarick makes good ground to get to the footy, picks it up, handball back inboard, looking for Barry O'Toole. He can't get there. And Werribee, strong defence, come out clear. The ball's kicked to Calvert on centre wing, a long way from half forward. Kicks it back inboard, looking for Carson. A lucky free kick perhaps for poor Carson. In the back, the ball inside the centre square in the middle of the ground. Poor Carson for Werribee now. Where's he going to go? Roland Beck calling for it in the middle. Now he decides to go wide with a longer kick. And it's good running out there. Mark taken
Johns.
By Johns. Looks for Heath Buck at half forward. He doesn't take possession of the ball. Thrown to the ground. Play on to the umpire. As Corio again, doing well in defence. Handball came to Lewis. He kicks in the middle of the ground. Clifford, well, is the free kick paid against him in the middle of the ground to Werribee Centrals. And that's gone to Robinson. Now, doesn't look like Robinson to me, but could be. As Werribee go forward now. The lead has come from Luke Luddick. Good defensive work for Corio. See the ball. Well, he's back, pushed forward, play on to the umpire. Luddick comes back. They can't get it out. Now the umpire puts a whistle on play.
On the ball. Yep, drags it back in.
So the free kick has gone against Danny Ruck for pulling the ball back in there. And who would have it? Luke Luddick. Was either he or Heath Buck, I think, out there that were putting a lot of pressure on the defence. And that's good football. So Luke Luddick now, I think I'd rather him Laurie on the run, the snapshots, but certainly knows where the goals are.
Yes, he's a goal kicker. He certainly needs this one.
It'll be a good kick. The man on the mark's 40 metres from goal, but Luke Luddick is starting from the boundary line. He goes for the chip pass, and I was going to say it's too high, but that's a fantastic stretch by Montgomery. I just wonder if the ball might have been better in Luke Luddick's hands. But Montgomery's...
He's already kicked one, Eric. We can't be too hard on him.
No, and while he's got it on the board, he'll have that over us, won't he? So Luke Montgomery. And certainly in the context of this first quarter, this is a goal that Werribee Centrals do need. Montgomery now. Man on the mark, 25 metres out, 45-degree angle. Oh, I tell you what, it's going to be close. It's going to be close. The goal umpire's come back between the sticks and said it is a goal. Montgomery's kicked two. Werribee's kicked their fourth. 4-1-25. They trail Corio. 6-1-37 Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard. 25 minutes gone.
was just the pressure in the forward line again, just putting the backs under pressure, keeping the ball in, and a turnover again. They've had kicked 2 goals like that just from free kicks from pinging the Corio backman.
So changes happening. We see Rickett going up towards centre wing. So off centre half back to the middle. Mark Bernardo. Tate gets it down. Festuca comes off. The umpire falls over in the middle. Gillam's got it. Gets a kick away to centre half forward. 2 on 3. Rucks the extra man back there. Takes the mark. Drills the ball towards centre wing. Oh, over the head of Ricky O'Toole. Montgomery going the other way. Does well. Terrible kick off the boot. Ruck can't take it with him. Luddick tried to handball it away to Buck. Off a step. Luke Heath Buck. Right foot kick is going to dribble through for 1 behind. So 1 goal, 1 his personal tally. And Werribee Central's go to 4-2-26. They trail Corio 6-1-37. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 26 minutes played.
It was a smart bit of play by Luke Luddick. He just put it into no man's land and hoped that Heath could run onto it, and he couldn't quite control it.
So Bigham kicks in very, very short. Mark taken by Matt King in the back pocket for Corio. Must have barely got his 15 metres. Chipped it short again, and Rickett takes the mark. We're still well inside defensive 50 for Corio. Kicks short again, and Ricky O'Toole takes the mark. Under a bit of pressure then from Jason Festuca. So now the man on the mark is on defensive 50. O'Toole goes long to half forward, over the head of all players. They don't get a touch on it. Comes to ground and over the boundary line. True centre wing, western side here of St Albans Reserve as the boundary umpire now picks up the ball to throw it in as Dave Kennedy comes onto the ground. Ball into play once again. Lazarick does the ruck work, gets it down to Clifford. Nice quick handball to Manny. He can't take control, but he does kick it along the ground, going forward. In the way there is Johns for Werribee Centrals. Kicks it back in towards the corridor. Players lose that, I think, in the sun. But Ross Festuca takes the mark on centre wing for the Werribee Central side. Long to half forward, big pack of players there. The front of the pack, Ricky O'Toole picks up the crumb, gets a handball. Oh, Warren Foley tackled very high and will get the free kick.
He's trying to get it crisp.
Yeah, desperately trying to get the handball away. Foley now, shocking kick from Foley straight into the arms of McNamara. Gee, that barely went 25 yards. So now Matt McNamara goes wide. Out to Ricky Bigham. There go Corio now. Their possession game. Kick it long. Cornwall on centre wing. Takes the mark for Corio. They continue moving forward. Players making good movement up at half forward. But the kick goes long. Jed Potter in front of the pack there. Almost brings it down. Battles on at ground level. He's got the ball under him. Flicks it out. So play on to the umpire. Ball now towards the boundary line. Half forward flank for Corio on the eastern side of St Albans Reserve. 28 minutes gone. 6-1 Corio lead Werribee 4-2.
So boundary throw in. Clifford and Bernardo. Cy Garlard's there as well. Clifford from the side towards Cornwall. Handballs it away. Puts Garlard under pressure. Clifford's there also. In the middle. Wrapped up. Not going anywhere. He actually got a high tackle, but the umpire missed that and got the holding the ball decision. So Morley will run away from half back for Werribee. Takes a bounce. Draws a player. Oh, chopped off. Lewis did the old get the handbag out and get the purse out of it because he's stolen it beautifully. But in the end, his kick was pretty poor. Barry O'Toole couldn't keep it in, and it's out of bounds for a throw in 40 metres out. Keep an eye on Ricky O'Toole too, Welshie.
Yeah, he's
I don't think he's too fit out there. I think he might have caught one in the ankle before. He's been limping around behind the base of the packs for a while. Now boundary throw in. Clifford from behind Potter. Gaylard in the middle. Tried the don't argue, didn't work. The umpire says held to him. We'll have a ball up still 40 metres out from the Corio goal. 29 minutes played first term. 11 points of difference, Corio in front. Ball up. Bernardo goes up by himself, taps it behind his head. Carson rides a bump and goes away. At half back, left foot kick long towards centre wing. Getting across there, McNamara can't take the mark. Over the top of it, Tate and also Kennedy on the ground now. Gets the handball away to run onto it. Wallace goes towards with a centre half forward with a right foot kick. Now King gets back there in front of Heath Buck. Coming out Luddick also. King does well and Bigham does better. Gets a left foot kick away beautifully to Lindsay at half back and run away to Little Man. Draw a play. He's got Cornwall inboard if he sees him. He's got Collins there. Oh, he handballs it to Cornwall now and sets him up. Cornwall has to try and get around. He threw it out towards Lindsay. The umpire decided in the end it was a throw.
I think the crowd
pressure that one there.
So the free kick will go to Justin Johns on centre wing for Werribee Centrals. Kelbert and Foley run into the same space. Now Buck, he goes in that direction, and also Kennedy. McNamara from behind. Kennedy did well, took the mark, pointed the centre square at half forward. David Kennedy, Luddick gives him a lead. He goes in that direction now, and a lead's good too in front of Bigham, does well, and play on the call. Lewis gets back there, needs to be good here, kick around the corner. Luddick to follow it up, goes towards the boundary line. Lewis and Luddick. Luddick tries to keep it in, and can't do so. It will be a boundary throw in 30 metres around from the Werribee goal.
Quarter time AFL Richmond 4-4, Sydney 3-2. Quarter time GFL Bell Park 2-2, St Mary's 1 goal.
So a boundary throw in 30 metres out from the Central's goal. Rickett and Kelbert do the ruck work. Kelbert gets it down to the front. Corey Collins rides a tackle, got one high in fact, but plays on advantage. Goes with a kick, terrible kick off the boot though. Lazarus get to come from a long way back, and Kennedy took the mark. 55 out, drills it back towards the corridor. In fact, he kicked it past the corridor. It's into the bedroom nearly because Buck has to go back and get it. He's under a couple of pressure from King and also McNamara. Oh, McNamara did well, needs to get away now. Does so, goes with the right foot kick towards centre wing, but standing his ground, taking the mark. Justin Johns in front of Manning for Werribee. Goes towards centre half forward. It's okay too. Kelbert by himself, just inside the centre square at centre half forward.
That's McNamara's man.
He goes now with the right foot kick, the lead on from Luddick, but Ricky O'Toole chopped it off. Can't take the mark though. Luddick's there, wrapped up. Umpire says he hatched it.
Yeah, held the ball.
Siren.
As the siren sounds. 4-quarter time. And Corio 6-1-37. They lead Werribee Centrals 4-2-26 at the first change. The goal kickers 4 Corio, 4 to Chad Rivet and 2 to Barry O'Toole. While for Werribee Centrals, 2 to Luke Montgomery and singles to Heath Buck and Mark Bernardo. But it's 11 points of difference at quarter time. Corio 6-1-37, they lead Werribee 4-2-26. Take a break back with the second quarter action of our Matchday Live coverage this afternoon on 94.7 The Pulse, your home of local football.